Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Hey, Rips, I got a question. I really struggle with emotions. I instantly sell when I'm in profit and let my losers run. I know that those are rookie mistakes. How can I overcome this? How long have you been trading, Ron? Dude, we went on the sickest heater of our life. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, actually unbelievable. I was shocked at how few people were actually in that stream. It was 100 people. 100 people were watching that stream. I don't know how it wasn't like a bazillion. We'll get to that after we trade, but actually insane. If you didn't watch the stream on Kick yesterday, the archive is there. But we did a 7-hour gambling stream, 7 hours of gambling. And we started the Thunder Pick account with 3,500 USD. We have ran that account up to $51,748.81. Absolutely, positively bonkers. Bonkers, bro. 7 hours. I couldn't stop. I mean, how could you blame me? It was just freaking ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. All right, well, back to the markets. We don't want to talk about that yet. Let's see. Trade around 7 months now with props. No payout yet, but I keep my expenses small. 7 months, bro. I struggled for the first 3 years. 7 months is like a blink of the eyes in the trading world. You got to be patient. 7 months, you're going to be making every single error under the sun for the next 2 or 3 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have issues for the next 3 years of your trading life. And if you're only trading like once, 2, 3 times a day, and you're not trading like 8+ hours a day, it's going to take you even longer. Like, the function that you are taking off winners too quickly and you're letting losers run and you're getting smoked, that to me says, okay, I'm a dude who's been trading for my first couple of years probably. It's going to be like that for a while. Yeah, 7 months with Lambo. This is a decades-long journey. 7 months thinking that you're going to have something going is crazy. You've been lied to if you think that that's the expectation. Get settled in, keep your expenses down, don't go crazy buying challenges. Limit yourself if you could to maybe 3 prop firm accounts a month, if that's in your budget, right? If you have a nice cushy job and like spending $100 a month on props is well within your budget, do that. If your budget is, you can spend $200 to $500 a month on props. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that in the first 6-7 months. I'd be chilling. You know what I mean? Next, it says, I've been a full-time trader for a decade plus. I still make the same mistakes that I did when I was early on. The difference is recognition of those mistakes and adjustment, timing, and what psychology is attached to those mistakes. That's the learning curve, 100%. Buddy, I make mistakes every day, every single day. $200 to $250 a month for trading. Keep your expenses low. Never, dude, if you start going beyond that budget, give yourself a month off. Keep your budget $200 to $250 a month. And if you're like buying one, blowing it, and just stop, slow down, It's gonna take a long time. If you're buying like $200 and you're like, I can't believe I'm not getting payouts yet. And it's your first 7 months, par for the course, buddy. Of course. We have take profit trader accounts today. We have funding ticks accounts. By the way, funding ticks accounts are 35% off using code RIPS, which is great. TPT accounts, 40% off using code RIPS, also great. I'm gonna use Funding Ticks 0 accounts. Be our third set that we're trying here, by the way. Being completely transparent. This is the third set that I bought because we've been wasting all of our good trades in our Percy, which is how it goes sometimes. The market was pretty rough yesterday. It opened up a little bit after we finished, but I was happy that I didn't interact with the market yesterday after we finished trading in the Percy because that ain't easy. Who had success in the market? Drop a W in the chat. Who got clapped yesterday? Drop an L in the chat. Let's see. I wouldn't even call my trading successful. I myself would drop an L in chat myself. Personally, that's me. Because even though I did make money, I was down 10,000 yesterday. This was difficult for me. I didn't trade any of this. I only traded this. I went from being down 10,000 to up 3,600. And after fees, probably about $2,000. But this, that, to that, all to me, no thank you. I would have got clapped if I was trading that. I just know myself. Like, dang, I mean, maybe I catch that long. I don't know. I just try to be real with myself when I watch that. When I review the prior day, the spots that I didn't trade, one of the things that I like to do is I like to envision, how do you think I would have done on this? How would I have done on this? And, in hindsight, it's like, oh, yeah, you just long right out of here and you go for it, you add here. But realistically, I don't think I do. Realistically, I think I look for a short here and I probably get clapped. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't really going too deep into it, but just looking at the patterns of it. Maybe if there's positive news, I don't know. It was so weird because this is on the potential firing of Jerome Powell and you think that would be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You think that would be a good thing. Rips, in your opinion, should you choose the size of eval based on experience or style of trading, or is it all psychological? It's a mix of all of these things. It's a mix of how much experience do you have? It's a mix of, okay, so how much experience do you have? What's your actual budget, your disposable budget? Every single time, folks, every single time you trade, every single time you buy a challenge, I want you to think about it like this. You're spending that money and it's gone. You don't spend that money yet and look at that as like, this is an investment. I'm putting $200 on the line to buy this challenge account, and because I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get that back. If you look at it like that, you're gonna have so much pressure on yourself, and you're probably gonna put yourself in a terrible financial situation with this stuff. You need to be looking at it instead of like, I'm spending $200 and it's gone. I'm gonna try to trade my best to get a reward, but that $200 is gone. I'm paying an entry fee, and maybe I can trade well, and maybe I can get some bonuses from this. But in all reality, if you're looking at prop firm trading right now, it's like, oh, I'm investing $200. I feel like you could get yourself into trouble because you might be fooling yourself a little bit, might be lying to yourself a little bit, and that's where things can get dangerous. So instead, looking at it like, okay, I'm risking $200 to potentially make more. Frame your mindset of like, I'm spending $200 to get this setup here. I'm gonna try my best to be a good trader, and if I do, I get rewarded for that, but that $200 is as good as gone, right? Which prop would you say has the most favorable rules for a new trader? They're all different. Funding ticks is nice because they limit you to 3 contracts. Me personally, for my style of trading, I like to trade big, so it's an adjustment for me personally. But I think for newer traders, funding ticks, only allowing you 3 contracts on the 100K, really difficult to get yourself in a sticky situation. It's really difficult to over leverage. For a 100K account, 3 contracts, yeah, of course you could blow it. It's $3,000 worth of drawdown, right? That's 50 points of drawdown essentially. 50 points of drawdown in the NQ. Max leverage. 3 contracts, that's 600 points of 10 stack times 50. There you go, you're blown. I'm at the phase where I've 7 past accounts and activating them one at a time, going through the motion. Good. The slower you go and the less expectations you put on yourself, the better you're gonna do. Like I think back to Dragging Knee here in Discord. He was not a trader person. He pulled up next to my Ferrari when we were on the highway, and he's like, "Great car, what do you do?" And I said, "I'm a trader." Blah 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 blah. Cut to months later, dude's taking $6,000 in payouts because I think that the way that he was framing his mindset, he's like, "Oh, met this guy. He's got a Ferrari. That's cool. I want to try this thing. Seems like it could work." He's not sitting here like, all right, I'm going to be a professional trader. This is going to work. I'm going to push myself and go. I mean, I don't think that's what his mindset was. I think his mindset was, I'm going to try this out, see how this works, not put a lot of pressure on myself, and see how this works, see how this happens. 3 contracts is 3 minutes, 3 minis, 30 micros. Yeah. There is news coming here in 8 minutes. We have a swath of data coming out here. We have the retail sales, the jobless claims, the import and export price index, and the Philly Fed business outlook. That's all dropping. Big swath of data. We also have some Canadian news, but we're just going to focus on the U.S. stuff. What'd I miss? Any questions here? Oscar says, past 2 funding ticks yesterday. Onboarding needs to be faster. It's okay, but now all the space has basically auto-generated funded accounts. I feel like mine were auto. I buy them, I click the sign button, and then they're there. That's been my experience. I buy the account, I sign the thing, and it's there. I don't know. Maybe I would reach out to support if I were you. That's my experience. With trading the open only, just like the ORB with the market internals, the tick, the ad, the void, the VIX, all to time my orb entry. That's great. There you go. What are the 0 accounts? Straight to funded? Yes. Straight to funded. Every trade matters. $1,500 per account max per day to make sure you're locked in for that 25% consistency, or what is it, 30% consistency? It is 25% consistency. 7 trading days to get a payout. There you go. Max contracts is 8 minis on the 100K. No, it's 3. It is 3. I was never able to do more than 3. So unless they change that overnight, 3. It's been 8 on the website. Let's check together. We're talking about the 100K 0 account, right? Let's check together here. Funding ticks 100K 0. Now it's 5. They must have bumped it. 5. It's 5. It's 5. It was 3. They must have changed it. Now it's 5. Yeah, Pro Plus, you could do 8. The 0, which is the bingity bangity boom, the straight to funded, I guess you could do 5 now. Well, good to know, because we were capped out at 3 yesterday. Good to know. This is why we do this together. We learn together. Oh, you're buying funding ticks. Gotcha. Yeah, 3 accounts is the max. I have 300K accounts as my 3rd set. Trying them now. I have no trades yet. Percy is sitting at 281,000. Go us. When did we reset it to 200K? Was it? Please tell me it was this month. Didn't we reset it to 200K this month? How you read left chart of window. This one? Very carefully. As carefully as I can. That is bookmap. XRP all-time high. Is it actually? Is she really now? Good old XRP futures are pushing it. Let's see. Is that really all-time highs? I don't think so. All-time highs are up here, 3.4. So we are holding these lows right now, and if the job print comes in pretty negative, we're gonna look for what happens right here at this level. But if we come up higher, we're looking for a breakout of this level, test. So breakout, could reject, back down here, breakout, test, go, breakout, stop, test, stop, test, stop, go. There's a lot of different things that could happen. It's a weird range we're in. This is very choppy still. Johnny says, Rips, I prefer straight to funded accounts. The idea of consistency reaching goals somehow helped me better than evals. How about you? I love them because I can already trade. I think going through a test with a bunch of trades that don't count is kind of meh. I don't enjoy it, but you know, there's some that you have to use it on. Like Apex to pass accounts, you got to hit evals. Thankfully, it's 1 day pass. Less than 30 seconds now, folks. Order book is clear. Be careful. Good luck. We're right at 6,300 in the S&Ps. It should be interesting. A little spike there up to that area that we're talking about. Philly Fed business outlook at 15.9 versus a -1 expectation. That's the July read too. Jobless claims at 221 versus 233,000. Continuing claims at 1.956 versus 1.965. In line on the continuing claims, a little bit softer on the initial claims. Little spike up in equities, but no continuation. No trades yet, for me. I don't know if there's gonna be a trade for us here. It looks like it wants to power through all this, but it also has very low liquidity here. 44 contracts just below price right now, yeah. It's funny, they had 44 on the bid and then they just slammed it at a market order and then they went right back down. Bad judgment. Would that flip your bias to neutral bullish? No, nothing yet. It's just not, there's the problem with these months right now, the problem with the weeks that we've been trading in, there's just not a lot of liquidity, which means that I'm lacking MGI. It's like kind of like driving on a racetrack with your, like seeing like just that much out of your eye there. You don't get a lot of information. The more liquidity that there is in the market, the more information that I have, not a lot of players right now, so hard for me to read it. At least the way that I perceive things. There's other people out there shouting at the screen right now like, Rips, you f***ing idiot. All you gotta do is this. It's not my style.